I will say one thing. If you don't, what I didn't take the time to do was go into detail about what the diagnosis entails and the typical issues. Many of you will know the typical issues. However, if you buy my book, here's two interesting facts. One, look in chapter 3, where my books were put together from peer-reviewed articles and 1 or 2 handouts they used for my therapy classes. And there's a long rambling chapter 3 where I give a differential diagnosis, almost side by side, of all 3 major personality disorders, because this was a handout for a therapy lesson for therapists, and their subtypes. And I talk about schizoid there at length. And then I had collected 45 years worth of dreams from my schizoid clients. And I noticed that there were recurring themes, and there were also movies that had recurring schizoid themes. And so chapter 13, that's my favorite chapter, really. I mean, I have a lot of favorite chapters, but that one's favorite because it required a lot of years to do. I put together the dreams and what they meant about the person's readiness for connection to other humans. And so that's chapter 13. Now, if you don't want to spend any money, or you're broke, or you're not sure you would get enough value from the book, I write for psychologytoday.com online, and I have 3 articles posted about schizoid adaptation, schizoid personality disorder, to my blog. My blog is called Understanding Narcissism. But they gave me permission because I got really bored writing about only narcissists, and people were mistaking. I have one article that says, is your narcissistic lover really schizoid, or your narcissistic mate?
Okay.
That was a misdiagnosis based on, you could see the Sam and Joe story. And you'll find it's free. You go search for it online, put in my name and Understanding Narcissism blog, psychologytoday.com, and then there's about 80 articles, and 3 of them are for schizoid, or search for schizoid under my name, and you'll come up with that. So you can read the basics of what I wrote for the general public on the easy to understand. So I also write for Quora.com for free. And pretty much every day I post. I have 2 spaces I'm curating that I'm the administrator for, but I write my writings in a lot of spaces. So if you go and get the Quora app, you can find me. I've written lots and lots of answers. And if you go to one of my spaces called Bits of Wisdom, and right now, the answer that's pinned to the top is resources for schizoid personality disorder. And I tried to put all the stuff I had done and other stuff and my explanation about the DSM-5 in one place a couple of years ago. So you can find it there for free. So you don't have to spend money to begin this journey. The therapy will be expensive, usually. As you found out, Woody Allen has a joke. He knows quite a lot about being schizoid. And he did a schizoid movie called Zelig. And if you want to watch another schizoid movie, George Clooney, in my opinion, is playing a schizoid in Up in the Air, that movie.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah, watch Up in the Air. He's profoundly schizoid. He only has friends in the airports who he sees intermittently who work there. And it's very clear. But the Woody Allen joke that came to mind when you were talking about the 10 years, he says, I've been in therapy for a very, very long time, and I hate my current therapist. I hate my current therapy. I don't think it's working. I'll give it another 15 years, and that's it. I'm out of there.
Yeah, good luck thinking.
Good luck. So with people who are experts in schizoid, which would be ideal, usually are specialists, usually have a background in British object relations therapy in the UK, and will know Harry Guntrop and are likely to be more expensive, depending upon, I don't know, the system in the country that you're in, are busier than a general practitioner therapist. The more certifications we get in specialties, the more likely we ought to be expensive, because we had to lay out a lot of money to get those specialties and years of our life to learn them. So don't be surprised, you're not being cheated. But it may be, maybe you can work out some deals with people who are studying. And if I were going to look for a schizoid therapist in the UK, I would probably start with one of the British object relations institutes and ask if they're teaching schizoid or something like that. They're teaching Harry Guntrip, at least, in Fairburn. I believe Donald Fairburn is his name. They would, is it Donald? In any case, that would be a place to start. But first, educate yourself. There's a lot of information you can get for free. And that's all I'll say today. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much as well for coming and giving your time and so much information. I'm sure that the audience will gain lots of great insights from what you said, and also for the references that you've gave to your work and Quora. So yeah, that was really good. Thanks, and goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you, Pansy. You've been delightful.